Hey, hello and welcome. My name is Miss Tina and you are watching Squaziland, the occasional dose of my reviews, reactions and opinions. Today I'm going to react to the latest chapter of One Piece, chapter 1116. I know that there is going to be a break next week, so I'm hoping for such a great cliffhanger that we have to talk about that for 2 weeks basically. It's really not too great that there's going to be a break, but you know, what can you do? I'm glad that Oda is okay. Hopefully he's okay and he gets some rest, if he gets any. I have no idea whatsoever about that part, but what I do know is that there is a chapter and I'm hoping for the best. Without any further ado, I think I should just start react to the chapter. I hope that it loads because I'm waiting for the chapter itself to load. I started to load it for quite some time, and thank you very much for all the subscriptions. Maybe I should have mentioned everyone who just subscribed to my channel. I may do so in a video. I do have to do it. I mean, it's really something that people actually want to be subscribed to this channel. It's amazing, really it is. Okay, it seems like that one of my sources isn't really working, so I'm trying the other source of mine. So let's see One Piece chapter 1116, and the title is Conflict. Yeah, of course. Maybe, oh my god, it must be about that war, right? Okay, so conflict, and we can see of course Yamato, and Yamato is getting something. Only Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 6 getting medicine and dumplings from Otsuru. It's nice to see Otsuru, and it seems like that the big guy is actually turned out to be quite nice, you know, the big sumo guy. It's really weird to see him again, but who knows. And I really like the drawing style of Yamato. It really suits Yamato. Okay, and all the others of course in the background, they are so sweet. Alright, then let's move. Did he just say that there are world-sinking weapons still out there somewhere? Okay, people start to realize a truth hard to swallow, as the comment says. Indeed. How can an 800-year-old war be ongoing? No one from back then is even alive today. Oh my god, I can see a picture of a person, and it must be the queen, right? It must be Lily's, Queen Nefertari Lily's picture. I can't say anything other than it must be. And why is it there? Why would a war rage on in total secrecy? Good question. Was that person in love with Nefertari Lily, sorry, or the switch of personalities happened, and now Imu looks back and I was Queen Lily, but I am not anymore. Vegapunk. Okay, it seems like that Imu has spoken. Alabasta, in all sincerity. Okay, and you know, despite all these news, we can see that Igaram and Karu are very, very much concerned about Vivi, and they don't care about Vegapunk at all. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, as there is something else I must confess. Okay, and you can see how King Cobra is actually being buried. It is his funeral. Such a shame. And you can see Chaka and Pal. Yeah, infamous Pal. Okay, my goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's developments, and while it remains unfinished, my research has culminated in the Mother Flame. Its power has many practical uses, and people seem to be happy. I am certain that one day this undying energy can be harnessed to ensure that the entire world lives in abundance. This breakthrough is marred, however, as a small fragment of the flame was stolen. I take full responsibility for this unfortunate event. The Cypherport agents are stuck in the middle of the island? This is bad. They are completely surrounded by flames, okay? But hold on a minute. A small fragment of the flame was stolen. Does it mean that it was stolen for the usage of the weapon, the ancient weapon, one time? Okay, Stassi, that was quite a tremor. Any idea what's happening, Edison? That spooked me too. The whole gosh darn basement came crashing down here with all the Cypherport agents in tow. Or in town. Oh, I can generate any more clouds for the Straw Hat crew. Came crashing down? How is that possible? How is what possible? And you can see the Seraphim still in the bubbles. Seraphim as snake. Another monstrous adder must be heading up. And Stassi is like, Stassi, get yourself out of there. I mean, that's what Edison is saying, but she's thinking about something. I'm not sure what she's doing there, but I really like her character. I really like that her character is being put here, and this is the tone, and it's a different tone from Monet. I think there is a parallel between Punk Hazard and Egghead Island. I sort of see the parallels between the two. Okay, and Stassi's like, Edison, is it okay if I let Kaku go free? And he's like, huh? I don't want him to suffer the consequences of this. Don't worry, I won't let him go after the Straw Hats, and I don't think pursuing them will be his top priority anyway. It's true. Okay, Kaku is touched. Understood, Stassi. I'm sorry for putting you through all this. It didn't occur to me that they were your friends. Forgive me for making you turn on them. And Kaku is being very empathetic. And despite being torn between both sides, you still rescued us. That inner conflict is proof of your humanity, Stassi. Do as you please. Just find a way to keep on living. And that's such a nice sentiment. And Stassi is actually crying, yes, sir. You know, this is the difference. It's such a great parallel between Monet and her, that, she did what she had to do. She followed the orders and everything else. And in the end, it is Vegapunk, it is Edison who says, be free, do what you want. And she's like, okay, but I'm going to release him. And they're like, I know I put you in a tough spot, but you know what? You are right. Do what you want. Just keep on living. And it's the exact opposite, right? Because the last order of it was sort of a self-sacrifice from Monet too, but Monet was like, I don't care about anything, kids. I don't care about them. I don't care about the world itself. I may die for my boss, and that's it. And she was very happy about it, or so it seemed. Brilliant. I love this. These kind of stuffs. Okay, 2 weeks after the flame fragment was stolen, we observed an intense glow emanating, what a word, from above the kingdom of Lulusia. Okay, so it was the ancient weapons, and they are like Lulusia. Okay, and we are back at the headquarters of the Revolutionary Army. I later got the news that the entire nation had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Before long, my equipment registered the worldwide earthquakes I mentioned earlier. This might be my pride as a scientist talking, but I was certain of one fact. Okay, and before that, an ancient weapon did that? And it makes people think, even the Navy people too. And we can see the milk girl from Lulusia. Why would someone do that to Lulusia? And continuing Vegapunk's speech, only the mother flame could supply the immense energy needed to cause this tragedy. Lulusia is gone? Okay, we can see King Elisabello II. Hurry and confirm it. Yes, sir. This is the first we are hearing about this, and they are, of course, all in panic, naturally. My very own invention was used to power an ancient weapon. The motives and origin of the preparators are a mystery to me. And he's bowing, my God. But in the end, it all boils down to one hard truth. I am an accessory to this act of mass murder. I cannot express how remorseful I am for my part in this. I am truly sorry. And this goes back to what other people said about this earlier, that, that he's not only a Vegapunk, he's about scientists. You watched all the film Oppenheimer, I didn't, but I know the story more or less, and I should watch it probably. But never mind that you create something for different kind of purposes, but it's not meant to be what some other people might use them for. For example, people shouldn't kill each other with weapons, and weapons were not against people at first or at all. People were just protecting themselves from wild animals. Back in the back in ancient times, they were protecting themselves from wild animals, but then they had to protect themselves from other people, and weapons were meant to be for humanity and not against them. That's what I'm trying to say, but yeah, obviously. But this proves my theory is plausible. The disaster that flooded the world was man-made. Okay, this is his conclusion, and I think we are at his home village. Vegapunk, it's not your fault. Okay, and we get back to Momo. Huh? That Pluton is? And he's like, shh, Lord Momonosuke, don't talk about Pluton here. There were once 3 great ancient weapons. It is said that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that they would be passed on to the future generations. Thank you, Joy Boy, and Shiro, she's listening too. That begs the question, why? Hasn't the world sunk enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side just and the other evil. But the day of answers is coming. Consider this a warning. When that time comes, everyone will fear the notion of a sunken world. And you can see Tsuru and you can see Sengoku, and he's munching on his rice crackers, and Tsuru is like, you're gonna choke, idiot. It's either he knew about that, or he knew something about this, or he's just super nervous about that. The Void Century is still an enigma, but there are those who know what happened in its entirety. Are there? Okay, and we go back to the Marine headquarters, and and Akainu is mad. Everything, you are going to explain everything, Vegapunk. Oh, he's dead. Didn't you hear? I am referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. And everyone is like, what? Yeah, obviously. Pirates? No. How? Okay, and we can see Crocus too, and Laboon. Why would pirates know the world's secrets? Isn't that dangerous? Okay, and people are starting rioting, and you can see the Longan tribe. And York is like, hang on, how is that possible, Stella? How could you have known about me stealing a fragment of the Mother Flame? Okay, that's what happened, okay. I cut off my memory synchronization. It should have been impossible. Not only that, but I know for a fact you are a terrible liar and a lousy actor. You were genuinely surprised, right? And York, is what all you're doing? You got news about Lelouch and took readings? What does that mean? When? The timeline doesn't add up. Maybe York is up to something, or onto something. You must have known the government's plans, otherwise you wouldn't have done all this. You wouldn't have hidden the broadcast snail, and we can see all the terrible things that the worm thing are doing. Others, I worked out where the broadcast snail is, okay. Are you certain? Without a doubt. I am a Vegapunk too. The snail is in the Fabrio Stratum. The Iron Giant is guarding it. Brilliant. Nothing is working against the Iron Giant, of course. You can see the Iron Giant there. Wow. Yeah, people were suspecting that because when we first met Vegapunk, he was actually inside or stuck in the Iron Giant, so he must have been inside in some sort of way. I'm sure they knew our entire lost history. So why? Why would they just fade away without telling us all? Why didn't they act? And it's like, Grayson, haven't you had enough booze? You rarely get this wasted. And really it's like, oh, I'm old and washed up now. Just like Vegapunk here, a blabbering old geezer who's already said too much. Don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. Okay, Clunk. The thrill is theirs to seek now, right, Roger? It's not like Vegapunk is going to tell everything, and I'm sure I said it last time and I said it this time too, that next chapter, because this is the end of chapter, next chapter we are going to see the end of it, the end of the broadcast, and Vegapunk can't tell everything he wanted to say. But this is already a great thing. And wow, such a great chapter, and so many things that actually were happening at the same time. It was nice to see really the Roger Pirates. I'm just going to through it just very quickly. It was nice to see Stussy, and it was nice to see Lily's portrait, because that was Nefertari Lily. And why was it there? And it's, of course, it was obvious that York would eventually find out what happened or where the original transponder snail is, so it makes total sense. But what's going to happen? I have no idea. It was truly a great chapter, one of the best chapters in recent months, I suppose. I really liked it a lot. What are your opinions and comments about this? If you have any, of course, make sure to do that. And if you like a video, you know what to do too. And if you have any questions, concerns, whatever it is, please tell me, call me. But you know the drill, right? Thank you very much for staying with me, and see you again next time after the break, hopefully. Bye bye.